Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 with a bit of a challenge, kind of a special race, if you will. This is Car Park Wars, or whatever version name we're going to end up calling this particular one. The way it works is fairly straightforward. We are going to have a selection of cars that will go racing around a kind of challenging destruction-y circuit. We have to rush around the circuit and then park the vehicles up on these ramps. And each round, the last car to arrive, there won't be a ramp for it to park on. So we'll gradually lose a car each round. Now we're starting off with some heats. We will have 3 cars to go through. We have got some vehicles that are not turned up yet. So when there's going to be a flare, when it lands on the floor in front of us, that is the go sign, if you like. Okay, I think we've got everyone turned up now. So we were going to start at 17 minutes, but I think some people have struggled to get cars ready in time. Basically, yeah, a flare will go up, it will land. Once it lands on the floor, once it hits the floor, there we go, we are off. There are no rules about how we run this race. We can bump, we can spin, we can do whatever we like. However, you have to keep the same car throughout, which is all very well and good. If you damage your vehicle, you've got to be driving a damaged car and you will lose performance. And this circuit is designed to kind of break the cars and damage the cars, so you sort of don't want to damage your vehicle unnecessarily, like that, for example. I have a really bad landing there. These first bits are kind of just a case of get the vehicle through if we can. You know, just don't be the car in last place. If we can get into the top 3, we're guaranteed a place in the final. If we go out, we go into a mega spanner final that's just kind of a race around this circuit. That'll be chaos. And oh god, oh, hello level 8. I'm in a really bad place. I lost all of my momentum here. Oh, Penumbra's not so good here. It legit cannot do this. I lost all my momentum. Revs is stuck as well. I am in trouble here. I'm in a lot of trouble. I might actually be out. The Penumbra might have been a really bad call here. I did not realise the Penumbra has so much trouble. The Ballista's got a load of trouble as well. I'm trying to be sneaky and climb over some curbs. This is a real problem for me. This is a real problem. The Penumbra was not a good call. The Penumbra is a really bad call. I have taken a lot of damage. So, what we have learnt here, we should be safe to go through because Rev's had a worse time. Ow. Oh, where are we going over here? Oh, bloody hell, this is a narrow little section. We've got to find a space. Oh. Ugh. Okay, we're across. Where is the last space? There it is. Once we're on here, we are through and we are safe, but only just. Ooh. This isn't looking promising for me. I see a spanner final in my future. I do sense a spanner final is heading my way. This was not a good call as far as a car goes. In fact, Revs has got stuck. Revs has legit got stuck on the platform. Right. We know we're going to have trouble when we get to that sort of block section. What do we do? What do we do? I thought I was going to have enough riding. So the reason we have these like block sections is basically it's to challenge the sports cars. If you're driving an FQ2, a Serrana, for example, the thing alongside us, you get a little bit more ground clearance. While your vehicle is slower, you don't have as much trouble. And how did I know Lado was going to go for the crash into everyone approach? I can't afford this. I've got such a bad... I had a bad start and my car is heavily damaged already. I can't afford to get tangled up because I've got to carry momentum. This next section here, not this section, sorry, the bit after here is absolutely critical for me. My car doesn't really like this bit. Can't do much about it. The Ballista's gone round. We will take a dive through there. Could have been a little bit more aggressive on that one, possibly. Problem is, Lado's caught up, but Lado's lost some time. This is the bit where we've got to just go. I can't lift for this. I've got to just... No, I can't do it. This was a terrible car for it. My only hope is to kind of curb it. Yeah, the curb's the only way. If I somehow don't come last here, which might happen because something else just got stuck, we really are just lucking through this. Amy's going for the big jumps over there. the only way we're going to get through that section, I think I'm going to have to run down the curb. That might be my way to do it. I'm waiting for a torpedo to come in from the fugitive. It hasn't happened yet. Lado's got a little bit beached on the wall. We've climbed over it. It's hurt, but we've climbed over it. Oh no! Oh no! I hesitated. I hesitated because I went to make the turn, changed my mind, and Amy just went straight for this one. I do believe I will be out of this. I do believe Amy was parked there. I just pushed the car out of the way. I do believe that is me out. So Amy is good to carry on. We will abandon our car. That penumbra was awful. That was such a bad call by me. I thought it was going to have enough ground clearance that it wouldn't have a problem getting over that, over those bumps. I thought it'd be quick enough, but I was wrong. I was completely wrong on that one. It absolutely did not. So that is my bad. I say that's just a bad call by me there. Well, we live and learn and all that. We're up into the aircraft, the filming chopper. We will be ready to go for this next round. So there'll be one more car that go. Well, say whoever loses this one is out. The other three will go guaranteed spots into the final here when they are set off and underway. We'll see what the viewing is like from up here. Yeah, I'm slightly... What is going on? Has Lado decided to change cars? Was that... I didn't think we were... Lado's decided to nick my penumbra. I don't quite know why. Why would you want it? It's crap. It's worse. I would much rather drive the blister. Admittedly, the blister... this blister... Ewan's got one? Is continued to go through? I would not go for one of those. That would not be my choice of car. However, apparently Lado is going to go for it, so we'll see what happens here when they get released. There we go. They are off. They are underway. Fugitive on the outside with a good start. Penumbra's gone through the middle. Is going to get torpedoed by one of the fugitives. The Serrana's going to give the Penumbra a bump and is going to get turned around. So, Fugitive leads from, I think, Ewan's blister in all of this. Never mind. We've got another... There's another round after this one, and it's counted because Lado was sorting out a car or stealing a car. Ewan is bouncing off to the lead with the blister, but has got spun in all of this. Amy's got spun across there. There's a Lado having a trouble along the bumps. Is finding out the penumbra is terrible. Into the wiggly weavy section we go through here. There's been a crash, and one of the fugitives has been slowed down. I think that is Amy. I'm not sure who is in the lead of the race because the nameplates are not being reliable. Blister is much better over the... Why on earth would Lado... Unless Lado's blister was completely knackered. That is possible. Those two are going to win by a mile. They're not really in trouble. Chris has got stuck. Amy's got stuck. Lado has actually got that one going across the middle. Got the go better than I did, to be fair. Big hit for the Serrana, but it has made it. Lado has now got stuck. There goes Amy, and Amy's got stuck as well, although has cleared over it quicker. Lado has now got over the bump. Level 8 and Ewan have made it out of the really twisty section at the very end there. The Serrana will weave its way through there. It's now, what can Lado do with the Penumbra? The Serrana's bounced across there. It's fine. We haven't really seen who's won because it doesn't really matter at this stage. It's about who comes last, essentially. The Fugitive is across, and provided they can get it parked, which they do, Penumbra has got stuck. It has now climbed it, but it is too late. I don't know why Lado changed the car. That was... not the choice I personally would have gone for. The Penumbra is terrible at this particular challenge, and that is a Lado now out of the game and fallen off the ramp and abandoned the car. We're going to have to find something to park there because Lado's got it stuck. Car park wars going swimmingly as ever. So, we're down to the final four. One of these vehicles will have to go into the Spanner final. The other three are guaranteed a place in the final. Oh, I've been hit by the flare. You little bugger. I was just going for a cinematic shot with a good run down towards the first corner. Oops. There's a bridge there. We bumped into it a little bit. We're all through here. Now, I mean, damage is a bit less of a concern now. Oh, it's a blimp. Sorry, not a bridge. Yeah, damage is a little bit less concern because, I mean, this is the final round. Your car gets wrecked. Your car gets wrecked. It doesn't matter too much. A big dive from the Fugitive, although it backed out of it in the end. We're across these bumps. It is... Oh, Ewan's fallen over with the blister in all of this. The Serrana was leading, but that's now fallen over and got into a little bit of trouble. Not the worst, though. Not the worst it could have done. Ewan's going to have to just kind of go for it and hope, almost. Ewan Ballista was pretty good over the bumps. And is pretty good in this twisty section, actually. He's doing well through there. So Level 8 leads the way with the Fugitive. Has found a line that works for that car. Mostly has now got... So everyone's trying to follow that line, but it has not quite worked as well. Level 8's really stuck, actually, through there. The Serrana's got across the bumps incredibly well. It doesn't... That last one there's horrific, but the Serrana is across. I mean, that's got a very big lead. Ewan's made it work. Level 8 led into this section. Ewan's had a big hit on there, but has got across. Oh, one of the Fugitives has got stuck in all of this. Chris leads the way, a decent-sized margin through that. It is Amy at the back of the pack at the moment. Try taking the jump. Unless anyone gets beached, I can't see how Amy's going to be able to make up enough time. Chris is through and will claim a safe victory. Level 8 has got stuck on the wall. Can the Fugitive figure out a way through? It can. It will be through. It's just got to make the tight turn onto the platform. It does. Those will be your 3 guaranteed finalists. Level 8, Ewan and Chris are all into the final. Well done. As I say, a bit unlucky. Level 8 almost got completely screwed on that on that sort of the bumpy section. Almost. Did just get the car moving in time. But there we go. Yeah, the Serrana kind of came good in that one. That did come good by the end there. The Penumbra was a terrible choice. I really thought it was. I thought it was going to have a great combination of having enough ride height to deal with the bumps, the all-wheel drive, be fairly quick. But I was wrong. It just doesn't have the ride height. It doesn't have the ride height, and it's not fast like a Comet or something like a faster sports car. So there we go. I have to go through the Spanner final as well. So we have got our second heat on the grid. Sadly, we had Hope had to go, so we're down to 6 for this, but it'll still be the top 3 that make it through to the next round. Interesting selection of cars. There's a Gauntlet, there's a Comet, 2 Comets, I think, actually, in that lot, that will be very quick, but potentially have trouble on the bumpy sections. And then we've got we've got Rapid GT as well that have problems, and then we've got 2 SUVs. Much slower, the Bobcat and the Granger, but in theory should be good across the bumps. Don't know if it's going to work. We will quickly find out. It's really going to depend on how badly the Comets, the Rapids, and all of that stuff gets screwed up. As to whether, I think it's Joe and Stevie in the Granger and Bobcat, respectively. The race of the sports cars is going strong at the front. Liam leads the way from Longbow, then Danger Man with the Gauntlet, while I think it was that Gliska had a spin with the Comet. It was indeed. Joe got stuck with the Granger a little bit. That's not ideal. You'd expect that to be good across that section. Liam is around the hairpin. The Comet is carrying speed down that outside run. Actually has got loads of speed and then hits the final one and has a tumble. Gliska's fallen over and is upside down in the middle. That is not where you want to be. If you have no momentum, you might be in trouble. Although Joe's had a lot of trouble. Stevie's flipped off the side of Gliska's car. That's not ideal, really. In all of that, Liam is going to round the final corner, and provided it doesn't get beached on that barrier, it doesn't. The Comet is through, the Gauntlet is across. Gliska's carried a lot of speed with that second Comet and jumped and cleared ahead of Longbow. Oh, Joe has got very stuck with the Granger. Stevie might be in trouble. Longbow's got stuck on the final wall. I mean, the problem with the Bobcat is just trying to get around those tight hairpins. It's such a long truck. It is not so easy. It is across that bump, though. Joe has crashed and is stuck on the side further back, and there we go. Stevie is parked, and that is that. That is all there is. Granger did not work. It didn't have the speed of the supercars, and it was not able to clear the obstacles nicely in all of this. It, really did get quite stuck through there. It'll bump and climb. It does make it. It will make it across the finish line. However, that is Joe out of contention. The Granger is gone, so we only have one non, I guess, sort of sports car, supercar. I don't know what category what's in nowadays, but yeah, the SUV. Well, the SUV plan, I think, can work. It's just they've not got very fast ones to pick from here. The Granger and Bobcat are very slow. And, you know, they don't really seem to be able to do that much better. And there are no rules on this race. You can wipe out whoever you like. You will damage your car, though. And the more damage the vehicles take... Like the Comets, for example, they took a hell of a beating early on. The problem is they've... You know, I think the SUVs are going to go out before it gets to the stage where the Comets are broken. Like, they're not going to live to suffer. So they're not going to kind of... The SUVs are not going to survive in the game long enough. They're going to go out too quick to make the most of the comets and so on suffering, although the Rapid's fallen over and got stuck a little bit. So maybe Stevie can sneak through this round and then the comets are going to have real trouble later on with this section. I don't know. The comets are battling one another up the front anyway. Danger Man's happy to sit in third. Oh, one of the comets got a little bit stuck. Ouch. It's a nasty hit down there when they do hit. Surprised the comet hasn't got stuck like in between some of those. Liam is across very nicely. Danger Man bounces and is not across nicely. In fact, Stevie's got as many troubles in that Bobcat as the sports cars do. It's not really getting across those as nicely as you'd want it to. Yeah, it's just not. If it was able to clear those nicely, it might be fine. The Rapid's in trouble on the outside, though. Longbow has got a chance. Liam's going to take victory again up there with the Comet, as long as it doesn't get stuck, which it doesn't, it clears. Stevie will be able to block the Rapid through this next twisty section, I should think. The Longbow tried and gets stuck trying to spin Stevie, although Stevie's going to really struggle to get turned through here. Longbow might be able to out-accelerate the Bobcat, especially if the Bobcat gets stuck at all on the barrier, which it does a little bit. Oh, Longbow gets stuck worse. Stevie is going to head towards the final platform. There it is. Makes the turn, is, well, fallen off. I'm not sure what the ruling on the field is there. I mean, Stevie never really Stevie made it touch the platform first, but did kind of fall off in doing so. Just overshot the turn. I'm not sure what the ruling is going to be on that one. Yeah, that's a... That is a tough one. They're saying, well, the judgment call has been made that Stevie gets it. That's unlucky for Longbow. Longbow was unlucky in that one. I don't think... Oh, they're off already for the next round. I don't think Stevie's going to survive this one unless something gets stuck. I think the Rapid was going to struggle regardless. I don't think the Rapid's as good as the other two either. Maybe it takes too much damage early on. It certainly seemed to have a bit more of a trouble. Yeah, that's a one tyre fire and a half right there from the Bobcat. Yeah, if the Bobcat somehow squeaks into the final, I will be astounded in all of this. Liam is bouncing away again with the Comet. The Comets look good. The Gauntlets look solid. Danger Man hasn't really had too many troubles with that. The Bobcat's not so bad over that first section. It's caught up some of the ground it lost early on. The two Comets are going to fight one another. Gliska goes for a dive to the inside as they head into this section. Yeah, just that run down the right-hand side is the way to go, although Liam's got quite wedged. That one section catches Liam every time, but is across. Danger Man, oh, and Stevie's fallen over, and that's surely the end of Stevie, unless somebody gets really stuck and broken here. I can't see the Bobcat being able to recover from that. I think it's so slow, that pickup truck, that it can't kind of make the most of climbing over. It can't make the most of its ride height because it's not got the speed to kind of bounce across the top, because, you know, it's like skimming a stone almost in a weird sort of a way. The Comets are across that final barrier. Danger Man has got stuck. I mean, if Danger Man gets really wedged there, does get it over there in the end. Just got to find a parking space, and will. That is the end for Stevie with the Bobcat. It tried. It was an idea. A bit like my Plumbra didn't really work. It was an idea, but it did not go the way I had hoped. The Bobcat, that also does not work. So, Liam, Gliska, and Danger Man, they will be into the final. They are guaranteed. But of course, it'll be a completely different spawn set of vehicles for the final. We will have to see what happens for that one. But before we get to there, we will have a spanner final to determine who is going to join them in the final 8. So, we are on to the spanner final. Now, this is not about parking. This is just a straight up race. The first 2 cars across the line will win. Now, I've gone for a shafter. I don't know whether this is a good plan. There's quite a few gauntlets around. My theory is we'll have a little bit higher ground clearance while still being quick. I might be wrong here. This might be the penumbra all over again. There is a comet around the place. And to finish, we've got to drive through the the gantry that we're here. So you've got to basically complete a lap around the place. I think I've made a decent call. We will wait and see, though. Literally anything can happen. There are no rules on this race. There we go. Oh, there was a jump start from the gauntlet. You've got to go when it lands, not when it fires. Longbow is to the lead of the race. We're going to get pushed around by the Hummer. I apologise to the Gauntlet that is probably not going to appreciate that. It was not my intention whatsoever. So we don't quite have the speed of the Gauntlets. The Muppets have actually got a good turn of pace. This shafter is not quite as quick as I thought it was going to be, if I'm honest with you. We're into the bumpy section now. We have had quite a smooth run over here. Smoother than the Muppets, smoother than the Comet, that's for sure. Now that is nice to see. Okay, that is good. We're a much longer car than the Comet. That is a concern here. Now, we've seen so far that everything has been better off going down this side. Oh no, we got into the back of a Longbow. Can we get going again? We can, nicely with the Shafter. I'm impressed with this vehicle. The Shafter is a good call. I mean, the Comet is strong, definitely, in this sort of spawn set. But as long as we don't beans this up, we'll get stuck on the final platform here. The length is a little problem for this in this tight, twisty section. However, barring... this shaft is really good, actually. I wish I'd used this. Barring any big problems, me and Longbow are through! We did it! Oh, we made it through a spanner final. Me and Longbow did it, yeah. I mean, I think this is actually quicker than the Comet. The only reason we got stuck on the bumpy part is... because we got caught behind the Comet. So, well, I mean, it's useful information. If shafters are spawning, I'm sure as hell going to try and drive one of these in a final. But who knows what's going to spawn. I made a good call. We redeemed ourselves. We did redeem ourselves from a terrible call. I will take that. So, we are into the final. I made it through. It was a difficult way, but we've made it through from the spanner final. We're just shuffling everyone about. We can fit all the cars 8 wide on the start line, I promise. We've got a... I mean, you can see we've sort of figured out a little bit more. We've got a selection of SUVs, really. A couple of cavalcades, a Landstalker in there. There's a couple of Serranos. Longbow's got the other Serrano here. But we have got a couple of Buffaloes, level 8 and Danger Manor, and those Ewans in a blister. They're going to be quicker cars as we will get underway. Oh, there's a good start from this run. They're going to be quicker over the tarmac part, but I'm hoping the ground clearance... Oh, we're going to get boxed out. That's not where we want to go. It's fine. We've fallen to the back. Well, we can fight back a little bit on the inside. I mean, don't need to panic. Ewan with the sneaky cutback. Great cutback there. There's going to be pushing and shoving. That's how this one is going to work. We made up a couple of positions. I'm hoping, though, when we get to the bumps, that's where the Serrano's going to shine as we head. Oh, no, 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 no. We're going to tackle the side of Gliska, I think it was. Come on, get back on your wheels. This is not the start we needed. Although it's not going well for Danger Man either in the distance. The two Serranos are at the back, actually. Danger Man's stuck on the barrier. That actually helps me a little bit. That helps me a little bit in that we've got a smidge of breathing space, because we're not as big as the Cavalcades or the Landstalker, for example. So if we've got the ground clearance, we're a little bit faster in a straight line, and we can have the agility. Oh god, the car's in front of me causing me problems again. I don't have much luck over here. We're going to go underneath the Chris almost. Oh, we're going to go over Liam, I think. Ewan's got a big lead, actually, going on with the blister. That's not how the script's supposed to go. The blister's not supposed to be amazing across the bumps, but this first time around, that has had a very, very good run. Now, can we be a little sneaky? Do we have the... Oh, that's a bit of a narrow gap. That was a bit unnecessary, actually. I wanted to try... I mean, oh, no, 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 no. Don't throw it away now. I've done something stupid. Oh, the Landstalker's got stuck. We can reverse our way out of there. That's fine. We'll clonk over the wall. There'll be plenty of spaces for us. Liam's right on the inside. There's a straightforward one to go to. We will grab that one. Oh, there's a mad scramble. Everybody's gone round. Longbow's off. Chris is off. Danger Man's in trouble. Longbow's going to go and grab that one. Chris's Landstalker's going to get another one. Oh, all three went for the same one. There was another one free further around. They screwed each other over. Danger Man fell off. I mean, you can't push another car that's already parked on there, but I'm pretty sure that was fair game. I think everybody was scrambling for it. No one was really parked. They all fell off. Longbow was in the best place to grab that one. That was that was madness, but well played. It was well played by Longbow and Chris in the end of that one. Danger Man's out with Buffalo, so we're one Buffalo down. I mean, we thought they might struggle, but that's not quite the way that I thought they would be struggling, if that makes sense. We thought we were going to struggle more with the bumps, but it was just a mad scramble over the parking spot. Right, we got everybody lined up. Okay, the plus point, while I didn't have a very good first run, we had a bit of a scrappy start and we got tangled with Liam unnecessarily. The good news is we go across the bumps really, really well with Serrano. So I'm pleased with my car drift, much like the Shafter. Here we go for a second attempt. We're well underway here. We'll let the Buffalo go, maybe have a little think if there's a gap on the inside. There isn't. This time around, You know, we don't get carted wide. We don't get in silly battles. We can let level 8 just go and build a gap here. Ewan's behind us. Again, we know these vehicles are going to be quicker through this part of the circuit. They're going to have better top speed, going to have more grip. Level 8's already in trouble, though. We're again going to plough into the side of a spinning car on the bumps. We don't have the trouble across the bumps. There's going to be a Liam come flying through. Oh, dear. I think we've got a magnet between our car and Liam. Admittedly, the first one was very much my fault. That one couldn't really have done too much, which is fighting for the same piece of tarmac. Ewan's got a massive lead going on that blister. If that thing doesn't get too damaged and can stay good across these bumps, that's going to be difficult. Oh, God, I had a really bad start to this section. The blister's off. Liam comes flying past and falls over. It's a little bit scruffy. It's a little bit scruffy across here. However, that's good enough for me. We're going to come around to it. That blister's done really, really well. I'm surprised, slight bit concerned. Of course, the cars are going to get damaged as time goes on, and I wonder whether the blister might take more. I wanted a bit wide through there. Cavalcades are very, very close to. I think they're both cavalcades anyway. We're across the last of the bumps. We've got plenty of time to go and find a spot. Ewan's parked up. We will grab our spot. There goes. Is that a longbow? It is. Longbow will park the other Serrano there. We've got one. Longbow slid off. Not very well parked from Longbow. And is that everybody? I think that is everybody stopped. Oh, who is that? Oh, it's level 8. The Buffalo had trouble. That Buffalo looks very beaten up. That is... that is for sure. Level 8 obviously got stuck somewhere on those bumps. We didn't really see what happened, but the Buffalo is out. So, I mean, we're down to all SUVs. Chris wanted to get to this inside as well, I think. We're down to all SUVs and one blister. The blisters look good in these first couple of rounds. Okay, small technical hiccup later, and we are ready to go with the sort of SUV versus blister. Oh, there's a terrible start by me. Well, I mean, sometimes being at the back's not the worst thing. Blister's going to get stuck on the outside. The thing with the blister, it's going to try this sneaky cutback again, is it's going to get very outmuscled if there comes. There's no rules. As I said, there is no rules. We can spin, we can push if we want, and the blister's gone round. Oh, sneaky bugger! I need to get put in the wall as well. All is fair game for this one. I feel like we're not really too keen on adding more trouble for ourselves or adding more damage even to our cars. Oh, that's not very helpful on that one. I mean, the blister getting slowed down. Oh, Lombow's got turned. We will sneak our way through all of this and put ourselves up into a kind of pseudo third place. Position doesn't matter as long as we're not the one being eliminated at this stage. Glisk has gone over every time. Oh, we're in a really bad place now. Are we good? It's not great, but not as bad as some of the cars. We'll climb over all of this. Oh, no. It's the twisting. It's the, like, if you hit one bit, it fires the back of the car in the air, then the nose goes down. That's what seems to do that's the worst thing you can have across that section. I mean, I say all of this, the combination of Ewan tangling with Liam, I think it was, and then Longbow getting spun, means we're actually in second, and we're relatively safe. I think it's Chris up ahead that is going to trundle their way towards the parking spaces, and will get stopped. Yeah, Chris is up there. We will go and park, no issue whatsoever. Longbow grabs there. Oh, Glisk is trying to get into the space. No, I think Liam's got that one. I mean, they're both kind of scrambled off. That's a close one to call. Liam was kind of more on it, and then they both fell off it from the pushing. Glisk has got it across. Oh, that was a mad scramble for the space. Yeah, I'm going to say Liam has got that one. We will move into the next round. That was close. I didn't actually pay any attention to Ewan's blister turning up in all of that one. Just to be stopped somewhere. Okay, the blister lives to fight another day. 2 Serranas, a Landstalker, and a Cavalcade remain for the more off-roady vehicle. We've got a good start here, actually. We're going to try and get across to the inside. I might get punted. Liam wants to fire up that inside. Probably deserved that one, to be fair, for all of the bumps we've had with Liam, but never mind. We are to the back. Ewan's fought their way up the inside again. Ewan's got to make the most of this time now, as you can. It could be another time. We're just going to bide our time a little bit. Oh, that's a little bit wide, actually. Got on the curb slightly. Across the bumps we go. Now, we know our car's not too bad over here. Return favour. Honestly, I'm not trying to deliberately murder Liam. We're just accidentally murdering Liam a little bit on this one. The cavalcades are not as good across those jumps. The Serrano's one of the best vehicles I think I've seen across these jumps. It's not as good on the the Landstalker's also not too shabby. I say that. The Landstalker's bloody fallen over. We'll push through it. Oh, Ewan's fallen over as well in the blister. We are across the bumps. Oh, that's going to dig in, isn't it? Come on, land on your wheels. Oh, Longbow's going to go through with the other Serrano. So it's a Serrano 1-2 at the moment. It is a little bit closer this time around, but again, as long as we're not last. As long as we're not last part, that's the sort of bit that matters. As long as we don't do a silly battle for a parking spot. I see a red car behind me. That's a concern. Oh, no, it's you, and I thought it was Liam. I'm going to try and push away past. The blister's going to be quicker here. It's a lot more agile, but you're not going to fight past a Serrano. We're going to be careful across the bump. We climb it. No issue whatsoever. Longbow will go through a space. We will grab our space nicely here. Where is that blister gone? Oh, what's gone on? Ewan must have got stuck on the final bit. Chris is going to go and claim the last spot. I don't see what happened. The blister was right behind me. It must have got stuck on the wall. Liam and Chris must have drove over the wall, no problem at all. That was unlucky for you, and the blister was looking good, but yeah, didn't have the ride height. So the last of the more usual street cars is out of it. We have 2 Serranos, a Cavalcade, and a Landstalker. That is what is left. I was not expecting to turn around and see a blister in trouble. Nothing looks healthy. I'll say that much. They're all a bit. Cars are all a bit beat up. They're not really in the shape they started with. Right, what can we do? Here goes the next round. We're off the line fairly well again. We're going to give Liam a little bit of space. I'm expecting a punt if we try to close the door there. Would probably be deserved. Got a run on the outside. Chris tries to put us in a wall. We're going to run a little bit deep. I think actually Longbow and Liam might have tangled in all of this. It's fine. Okay, I've got off the line. We are away. Everything isn't too bad through here. And we know we're good across these bumps. The Landstalker's looked a little bit more out of control. I say that typical. This is the time where things don't go quite so well for me. No, Landstalker's across cleanly. Longbow's to the outside. You're not going to find any space there to make a pass. The Landstalker really struggles through here. The Landstalker's got in a load of trouble through all of this. We're at this other side. Longbow's going to have to yield. Oh! Longbow's out the track. Oh, Liam dive bombed us and put us in a wall. I didn't think we were going to put a car out of the circuit. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, well, we're across these bumps quite nicely. Chris got a little bit stuck. We're flying across there. Oh, Liam got stuck and then we helped Liam out. But it doesn't really matter. I don't know what Longbow's going to be able to. Longbow's trying to follow around. Is there any way to get back in? I don't think it was ever expected a car would get forced out of the circuit. Oh, yeah, Longbow's found a way back in. You're going to have to turn around. We can't mess about too much here because Longbow could potentially knock us out. I feel like it would be kind of fair having worked their way back in. However, Chris is across the bump. Just don't get stuck here. Please don't get stuck here. We are across. Longbow is not going to be very happy with me. I can tell you that much. There is our parking space. I did definitely. I'm sorry, Longbow. I meant to put my car through that gap first. I just didn't mean to put you over the wall. I was happy to put you into the wall and get myself ahead, because, I mean, that's the game mode, but I did not quite intend for it to be as vicious as that one. The crowd does not approve. Oh, dear. Right, it was a wonky start, but we're off anyway. We're running out of time, so we've got to be quick with this. Liam is going to have a dive up the inside. Thank you very much indeed. You two can fight one another. I will just sit back. I've probably got the better car. I've probably got the better car if we can get away. Yeah, you fight each other. Chris trying to put Liam up the wall this time. All right, you know what? Yeah, you fight. I'm going to go and run away. We'll see if we can try and minimise any damage to this Serrano. We're going to bounce our way across this section nicely this time around. A little bit wonky. I can play it safe. I've got enough of a lead to be able to play it safe around there. We're definitely better in this twisty section. No one's close enough to dive bomb us either. No one behind is going to be able to just fly into that section, not break, and sort of wipe us into a wall. So we can play it a little bit cautiously. Let's just not get caught up on the bumps. Keep the nose of the car up if we can. It's good enough for me. In fact, actually, that's perfect. That's probably the best I've done across there. We have got. This is good news for me going into the final round. In fact, I can see. I think that's a crit. I don't know who's ahead of who back there as we head into the last little slalom section. With the lead. There is Liam. Did he try and jump over? I'm not even sure where Liam tried to jump to. It looked like it landed funny on a wall almost, but never mind. Right, where are the spots to park? I spot a laddo. Let's go and run over a ladder. There we go. We are finished, and that looks like a Liam into the parking space. I'm not sure where Chris is. don't know where Chris is. Well, it's us two into the final. Maybe Chris got pushed out of the circuit. I guess. Maybe he couldn't get back in or missed the jump trying to get back in. Not 100% sure. Either way, I mean, this is the final now. It's me versus Liam. We've had a little bit of a grudge match going on as this one has progressed. Not intentionally, per se. Just if I've hit someone, it has been Liam. We'll go for that cutback again. We will get the pass done. We'll try and shut the door a little. I'm driving deep so I don't get T-boned. We have got the lead of the race. That is good news for us. I want to do what we did last time around, basically. I've got to be wary. I want to drive into these corners fast, because I know Liam will take any... It's fair enough. It's the final. You've got to take any opportunity. Oh, we've got to push from behind. We've spun. We have got going again. Liam has the lead of the race, though. We are going to have to try and claw this gap back in. Way too far back to torpedo into this next section. I mean, like, damage to the cars doesn't matter anymore. This is the final round. They've just got to make it to the end of all of this. We will hope that Liam gets stuck across these bumps here. Oh, we did! Oh, that's exactly not what we needed. Oh, the Serrano's been so good across these. This time Liam gets a perfect run through all of that. We will bounce our way. Ah, it's too late. It is too late. It is gone, unless Liam gets stuck on that final wall, which is a tiny possibility, but a lot less likely with these cars. Why is Chris there? We jump over Chris. I don't know what's happened. Maybe Chris had to go suddenly, or I don't know. There's a Landstalker. It doesn't matter though, unless Liam's across. We're gonna come second. Liam is parted. Unless they managed to suddenly miss that. The one time we needed a really good run across the bumps, Liam got it, and we had a terrible run. As the celebratory flares come in. Oh, that was really, really good fun. I don't know what happened to Chris, but that was really, really good fun. We have managed to... We have now run out of time. Yeah, that was awesome fun. Thank you very much to Danger Man for building this mad little game mode, if you will. I'm slightly sorry to Longbow. I mean, I know I want to win. I just didn't quite mean to be that vicious in in that one, but there you go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.